Since the first use of electric lamps in the 19th century, society hasn't looked back. Homes and streets are lit at all hours so that people can go about their business when they'd once have been asleep. Besides the obvious benefits to society and the economy, there's a growing awareness of the negative impact of artificial light. Light pollution has been blamed for wasting energy, disrupting wildlife behavior, and harming mental health. One aspect has avoided the spotlight, though, namely that light not only allows one to see, but also to be seen. This could attract, well, unwelcome attention, and not just from moths. The innate curiosity of humans and our growing knowledge of the universe in which we live have led us, inexorably, to a question. Do civilizations on planets other than Earth exist? Scientists now believe that there are many places in the universe which might harbor simple life forms such as bacteria. What is more speculative is the notion that such extraterrestrial life could have become technologically advanced, perhaps even well beyond our capacity. This idea has captured the imagination of the general public, giving birth to a rich collection of science fiction literature and blockbuster films. But it has also received serious attention from scientists who have thought of ways to find and possibly contact these alien species. In 1974, radio astronomer Frank Drake used the then most powerful radio transmitter at Arecibo in Puerto Rico to broadcast a message into space announcing our presence. The message will now be 45 light years away from us. While there are many stars and planets closer to us than that, they won't have been in the path of Drake's broadcast. But impatient as scientists tend to be, more effort has gone into searching space for such signals transmitted by extraterrestrial civilizations. As more and more planets are discovered around other stars, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, often abbreviated as SETI, is becoming more relevant, better informed, and better resourced. In 2015, wealthy entrepreneurs Yuri and Julia Milner allocated $100 million to the Breakthrough Listen SETI project, which buys time at observatories to use their powerful telescopes to detect artificial signals from outer space. But despite the vastness and emptiness of space, scientists have started to wonder, why haven't we heard from aliens yet? This puzzle is known as the Fermi paradox, named after the physicist Enrico Fermi. Among the many solutions proposed for this problem, one really brings us down to Earth. Aliens might be scared of other aliens. Is anyone listening? While tempting, many scientists now argue that sending messages into space without knowing who might be intercepting them might not be such a good idea. Once sent, it cannot be undone. Unlike a post on social media, it cannot be removed. Listening is much safer, but radio communication among ourselves, which includes navigation, television broadcasts, and the internet, might also be detected from space. After all, radio waves that aren't captured continue to travel up and away from the Earth into deep space. Unintentionally, we may have already been observed by an amused, terrified, or interested species who may decide to meet us, to shake hands, or come to enslave us, eat us, or destroy us as a precaution. We are, after all, an aggressive species ourselves. Fortunately, the Earth has become a lot quieter, thanks to the more directed signaling and fiber cables replacing aerial transmission. We might just get away with our past recklessness, but a new beacon is brightening. Images of the Earth at night reveal our presence in spectacular fashion. Cities and roads outline the contours of continents, while oil platforms dot the seas and ships draw lines across the ocean. This type of light, which has replaced older incandescent sources, is unnatural. From the orange sodium or bluish mercury lamps to white light emitting diodes, LEDs, the artificial origin of this spectrum should be easy for technologically advanced aliens to spot. In the coming decades, Earth's space agencies may be developing the means to detect such artificial light from planets around other stars, but we may fail if aliens believe the smartest thing to do is keep quiet and remain in the dark. We, on the other hand, may already have been seen, and they may already be on their way. This begs the question, should we dim our lights before it's too late?
People have always wondered if there's life on other planets, if aliens ever visited humans, and if they left descendants on Earth somehow. What people don't always know is that aliens might be closer than they imagine. They can be next door. According to many different cultures, there are alien souls trapped in human bodies. What is planetary transmigration? In occult philosophy, it is said that humans live on 7 different planets, evolving continuously from minerals until the soul reaches its final destination, which involves reuniting with God, or unity. In Hinduism, planets are considered living beings and have a specific time to exist. Like all living things, they die at some stage. When planets cease to exist, the creatures that live in that planet have 2 possible destinations. If they have evolved enough to continue their journey, they incarnate in a new planet, where they will develop other faculties in order to continue the process of evolution. However, if some of them haven't absorbed all the experiences that the planet has to offer, as it is believed that each planet is programmed in a way that enables creatures to develop a certain aspect of consciousness, some of them might migrate to a planet to repeat the same experience. This process is called planetary transmigration, or transmigration of the soul. Aliens living on Earth. Sumerian, Hindu, Egyptian, and Mayan gods were extraterrestrials. According to Spiritism theories, a long time ago, a group of extraterrestrials arrived on Earth to repeat the human experience on this planet. Since they could not continue the experience with the rest of their fellows, having completed the human experience before, they were much more technologically advanced than Earthlings. In many different religions and traditions, there are references to advanced beings that coexisted with primitive humans in ancient times. It appears in the Sumerian tradition as the gods described in the Sumerian tablets are believed to have arrived from other planets that exploded. It also appears in the Hindu tradition. The Mahabharata, along with the Ramayana, the most important books of Hinduism, bring information about gods that had flying machines and could contact other beings from other planetary systems. The Egyptian mythology is filled with references to beings with a certain knowledge and technology that could only be consistent with a more advanced civilization. There are also images of flying objects in the walls of Egyptian caves that look exactly like those described in the Vedas. Mayan mythology also makes references to beings from other planets that arrived on Earth and genetically modified the Earthlings, making the primitive human look more like them. Some argue that the Bible saying God created men in his own image refers to these gods that engineered humans, helping in the transition from animal to man. In short, the same history has been told in all religions and traditions, under different names and with the element of each culture. Extraterrestrials and Atlantis, the lost continent. Legends tell of aliens arriving on flying machines and genetically modified humans who mix their DNA with normal humans. And then, what? If the original planets no longer existed, where did they go? And if they stayed, how come there is no trace of them anymore? There are many possible explanations for that, but one possibility is that when the great cataclysm that destroyed Atlantis happened, the alien technology disappeared under the waters. They escaped to Egypt, Europe, and South America. It's said that this is what allowed these people to have a great amount of information about alien visitors in their myths and legends. Where they lived among humans, without technology, they died. The reincarnation process. Alien souls, human bodies. Spiritism belief holds that after death, the extraterrestrial visitors were reincarnated among humans, being born again in human bodies. The reincarnation process is the same for every human being on Earth, and with aliens, it was no different. Once born in human bodies with human limitations, all memories from previous lives were erased from the conscious mind, as it is said that the brain doesn't support all the information from all incarnations, keeping only what is necessary for one life. The rest remains in the unconscious mind and is never lost. Until now, the aliens continue to be reborn among humans without knowing their true origins. These people live normally, keeping only a slight sensation that there might be much more out there than their ordinary lives.
If you enjoy this video and want to see more like it, please consider subscribing to us and hitting the like button. Feel free to write a comment below and suggest which theory you want to see next. If you'd like to further support this channel, please consider joining. Our membership link will be found in the description box below. We appreciate your support, and as always, thanks for watching.